On Saturday, an 18-year-old white man named Peyton drove from his home in a small town just outside of Syracuse, New York. He drove for almost 3 hours to Buffalo, New York. He wasn't out for a joyride. He wasn't out sightseeing. Mr. Gadron was dressed in body armor, armed to the teeth, wearing a helmet equipped with a camera so that he could live stream his efforts to execute black people doing nothing more than shopping in a damn grocery store. Peyton is a self-declared white supremacist. This means that this young man, somewhere, somehow, in his life, in his young life, his short lifespan, has been mentally conditioned to believe that his whiteness makes him superior to anything else that's not white. White supremacists are the most active group of domestic terrorists in the country today. White supremacy, the idea of white supremacy, dates all the way back to the beginning of slavery at Jamestown in 1619. It comes up through our history through the American Civil War, where white supremacists decided that the country that they deserve to take the infestation of slavery from the southern states into the westward expansion. This caused, or this was a primary cause, a major contributing factor to the United States Civil War, which is even to date the bloodiest combat that this country has ever seen, either on this soil or on any other soil in any other battle that we've ever fought. White supremacy has evolved with the nation. The philosophy of hate of others just because they don't share your complexion is not considered abnormal anymore. It is becoming more and more frighteningly mainstream. Originally, it was white supremacists basically trying to terrorize and dominate free blacks. You had the formation of the Ku Klux Klan. Came on up through the Night Riders burning crosses and lynching black men, women, and children throughout the South. You had tragic incidences such as the Rosewood, Florida massacre, the Black Wall Street massacre, the Brownsville massacre of black army troops by angry white supremacist citizens. You had the overthrow, you had the DC, you had the Wilmington riots, but white supremacy has evolved to include other religions in its umbrella of hate. White supremacists have attacked Jewish synagogues. They have attacked citizens during worship in their houses of praise and worship. White supremacists are fucking insane. So, with this ability of supremacists, white supremacists, to openly and viciously attack others, those that are not them, others, with the specific intent of creating terror and murdering the others, what solutions do we have? Hey y'all, it's Uncle Ricky. The shooting in Buffalo was a tragedy. 10 people dead, 3 wounded, and they did nothing wrong. They committed no crime. They weren't involved in any interaction with the police. They were out shopping, doing something that every American does, putting food on the family table. This person, Mr. Guidon, because of his beliefs that white people run the world, decided to prove his point by killing a bunch of black people on a live stream over the Twitch platform. What has America come to? He's not the first, and he won't be the last. As soon as it was over, we had the usual parade of officials, the mayor, the governor, and basically what they said was the same thing they always said, or the same thing they always say. We need tighter gun control measures, thoughts and prayers. You've been saying this shit forever. Every time someone dies at the hands of a madman, but nothing ever comes of it. One side pushes, the other side rejects. People in the middle, we get fucked. What do? I always said when I started doing this show that I would give credit where credit was due. The theory behind the people in the middle is that there's a certain group of people that are actually the majority that don't think exactly alike. It's not monolithic thinking, but their basis, their basic philosophy, the basic things that make up their personality, their persona, is enough to find common ground. I proved myself right tonight. There is a black gun shop owner in Texas. He owns Wharf Arms. He also does videos on YouTube. Now, I started watching Wharf by accident, and I gotta say that I don't agree. Most of the time, I really don't agree with most of the things he says. But tonight, he proved that he was just like me, a man in the middle. Got values, got opinions, got ideas, neither left nor right. And he said something that I was thinking while I was listening to him. He says, you have to be armed. Now, some of us can discount this because, oh, he's just trying to sell guns. No. I like guns. I believe in the Second Amendment, but I also believe that this country is fucked up when it comes to regulating it. Okay? This idea that any regulation is the government just setting us up to take the guns back, that's pushing a little bit far. But when it comes to these terrorists, these domestic terrorists, just shooting people because they not like them, because that's their fucking gripe of the day, that's their gateway into redneck supremacist nirvana. He was right. We gotta arm ourselves. The government's not protecting us. They can't get shit accomplished. Nothing. One side wants to take all your rights and say that the other side is doing it, and the other side ain't got enough balls to stand up to even try to bring in the promises that they made to get elected. We, the people in the middle, the people that are the most, do the most, and get screwed the most, we are literally screwed. You can't count on the police. One, they're busy. Two, most of the time they're fucked up. And three, you never know what you're going to get when you call these cops. You don't know whether you're going to get Dudley Do-Right or an undercover Mr. Guidon. We, the people in the middle, are the targets. We're the ones that's going to funerals for our family, friends, and loved ones because some idiot thinks that the color of his skin makes him better than anybody else. Guns, mass murder, it's just a modern form of lynching. It's the 2022 form of lynching. Don't get that twisted. That's what it really is. They intend to terrorize minorities into submission. They tend to terrorize people that don't worship like them into submission. White supremacists shot up a mosque in New Zealand. White supremacists shoot up synagogues in America. White supremacists have bombed and still are bombing black churches in the South. A white supremacist killed 5 young black girls in Birmingham in 1963 as they were preparing to start their morning worship. What the fuck, man? I thought this country was supposed to be about "In God We Trust." We don't have a choice. If we sit around, I'm not saying buy a gun and go hunting these motherfuckers, because you ain't got to. Buy a gun, learn how to use it, so when these stupid ass motherfuckers pop up, you can say bring it, and maybe live to see another day. Well, that's it for me. That's all I got to say for now. I'll see you later in another episode of Uncle Ricky's House. This was a sad one. I hope that the next one won't be this fucking heavy. But I gotta do the business thing. If you like this, if you like what I'm saying, if you like how I do things, please hit subscribe. If you like this video, hit like. If you don't like it, hit dislike, just so I know somebody is watching what I'm putting out. I need that. Not for my personal satisfaction. I need it to trip the YouTube metrics so I can go in the direction that I want to go. Love y'all. People in the middle. You know you the most. You know you do the most. Stop getting screwed the most. Let's get together and become a force. Goodbye. For now. God bless you all.